Okay, today we'll be moving on. We'll be starting from our date function. We should know that we can equally use date function in SQL Server. Now, specifically, we are dealing with the Transact SQL. That is, they also call it TSQL. We have different SQL. We have MySQL, we have TSQL and the likes. But this here we are dealing with the TSQL, which is the Transact SQL. It is one of the most widely used SQL server. So let's continue. We are starting with our date function. SQL has different date functions which are available for you to use. But before we do that, let us call our data, the data we've been using, the data we used in our last class. So let's call it. Now, since the table we use, the database we are using is tutorial, so let's call our database. We have use tutorial. We have use tutorial. Okay, good. Command run successfully. Now, let's call our data. Let's see the overview of our data. Let's print out the first 10 rows of our data. Let's see how the data is. So we have select top 10. Or I think the data name is employee. Okay. So let's see. Good. Okay, now this data we are using, we have ID, first name, other names, date of birth, job titles, departments, full or part-time, salary or hour, typical hours, annual salary, and we have our hourly rates. Okay, now let's start with our date function. Then, since we've seen the overview of our data, and since we are dealing with date function, we know that today will be mainly focusing on our DOB, which is our date of birth. This data consists of, I think, about 32,000 rows. Let me see. Select. Number of rows. So I want to see the number of rows that is contained in this data so that we can know how large data we are dealing with. Okay, yeah, I got it. This is 32,928 rows. So which means the data we are dealing with consists of 32,928 rows. So we can actually play around this data. Now let's start with our date function. If you have to check your current date, you want to check your current date, there's a function we have in SQL, in Microsoft SQL Server, we call it current timestamp. So we can just say select current timestamp. Can you see? Current timestamp as date. So I'll name it as date. So we can as date. Okay, now what's the current timestamp? Yes, good. Can you see today is 11/6/2022 at exact 20:53, 57 seconds, and the nanoseconds is 110. Good. So that's our current timestamp. So we also have get date. We also have the get date function. Let's see. Select get date as new date. So let's run this and see what's happening. Good. Can you see? So this is we have our get date function. Use that to what? To get our dates. Okay, so we also have UTC dates. We can also select our UTC dates. There's another function, we call it UTC date. We said select UTC dates. Sorry, till we get UTC dates as, so let's name this as new date also, doesn't matter since you are not running the code. New date. So put our semicolon to indicate that that is the end of our code. Good. So can you see? So we use this UTC date. We have if you look at that UTC date, currently the time should be 20:55, but the UTC date is displayed 9 for us. So we can see that. Now dealing with our data, let's see. We have another function, we call it date name. So we can use that. Let's see. You can say select date name, date name. Now here I'm dealing with the year, then the get date as the current year we are. Now we use this to get our current year. If you just need the current year, then you can use your select date name. Sorry, I wrote get. We get date. Get date. Now this year is 2022. Aside from here, let me copy this. Aside from here, now you should know that if you are to get months, you know what to do. That's quite easy. So all we just have to do is to use, instead of in place of this year, we put months to get the current month we are. Months. So just execute. Can you see June? So if I were to get day, what should that be? Very easy. Just pin your day. Can you see? 11, yeah, today is 11. So we have other functions like that. We have day of year. Let's see. We have day of year. We have day of year. Can you see? The day is which day of year? Let's see. Today is the 162 week. So it's week. Yeah, so we have weekday. Let's see which weekday. Today is week. Let's execute that. So that weekday will display today, which is Saturday. Can you see? It's Saturday. So which other one? We have other one. We have second. We have hour. We have minutes. And so depending on what you want to do, just input your hour. Can you see? So I have with 8:59. Yeah, I think this is currently 8:59. So you can, we have others also. We have second, we have minutes, we have nanoseconds, we have microseconds. Now, how do we use our date with the data we have, our data employee? How do we relate the date with it? How do we do that? Okay, now, assuming I want to get the age of these employees, according to what we have in our date of birth, we don't have age there. We only have the DOB. Now, assuming you want to get the date of birth of those employees, how do we do that? What you just do is select, you query your data, select. There's a function called date diff, which means date difference. Now, what do I need from the date? I need the year. Are you with me? Now, the date I have it is called DOB from my data. It is called DOB. Then I want to get it between the the date of birth available in that data and the current date, which means today. And it should give me the result in what? In year. So I need to specify where I'm getting my data from. So that would be employee, from employee. Okay, from employee. I'm coming, let me name it. Let me say as age. So I want that column to be as age. You understand? So it should display as age. So let's see. Okay, I want to print one more so that you can see. Let me print the first name, employee, the first name, the date of birth. I think we have something like department. I think we have something, not sure anyways. I guess we have something like that and this. Okay, let's see. Good. Now can you see we have first name, the date of birth, the department, and the what and the age. Now if you look at the data, can you see it's a very lengthy one? Can you see? So it's not this is a huge data. As we are dealing with the data, you want to query data from a database. SQL is very fast, so you don't have to worry. Now we have first name, the date of birth, the department, and age. So with this, you are able to have automatically calculated the age of what? Thousands of what? Of employees. So that so we have the age difference. Now assuming you are now asked that okay, in the next 10 years, in the next 10 year, the next 10 years, what will be the age of these people? What do? Have your select. There's another function with, let me copy this again. Let me copy this previous one so that I'll be fast with it. So this will be date add, not date difference. You understand? This will be date add. So I want the next 10 years. Yeah. Yeah. How many years am I adding? Then coming. So coming to be as, so this, let's name this year also. Year. So let's name this as year. Let's see what's going on. Okay, good. So in the next in the next 10 years, that will be 1996. This is 1996. This is, so I've added 10 years to the initial date of birth. So that is what our date add is used for in SQL. So these are the basics of your date functions. You can use them for a lot of things, depending on what you actually want to get. So that's it. So the next one is we are moving on to our group by clause. Group by and having clause. Okay, good. Now, how do we use our group by clause? So we'll be doing that in our next class.